Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make this beautiful and cute cat coaster. That's so easy to do, and it's made by 4 pieces. 1 for the bottom, 2 ears, and 1 tail. We're starting with magic ring first. For making magic ring, I'm going to place my yarn on these 2 fingers from back to front and then hold that with my thumb, and I'm going to wrap the yarn around 2 fingers. So go behind of the fingers and then pass it over the first thread so that it forms an X in the front, and then again I'm going to go behind of the fingers and hold the working yarn between these 2 fingers. Then I'm going to turn my hand to the back. After that, insert my hook under the first loop, grab the second one, pull it through, and then I'm going to twist my hook. And after that, I'm going to go under this working yarn and pull it through this loop on the hook to create 1 chain. Remove my fingers, and here is our magic ring. Now, for holding the yarn, place the yarn on the pinky finger and at top of the index, and hold the magic ring between my thumb and middle finger. Now start first round with making 7 single crochets into the magic ring. To make a single crochet, I'm going to insert the hook into the magic ring and go at top of the working yarn and pull it through the magic ring to have 2 loops on the hook. And now I'm going to pull the yarn on these 2 loops to create 1 single crochet, and then mark that with stitch marker. Place the marker under these 2 loops at top of this stitch and repeat that work. Go to the magic ring and go at top of the working yarn and pull it through, and then yarn over, pull through these 2 loops. Again, go to the magic ring, go at top of the working yarn, pull up that, and yarn over, pull through these 2 loops. We're going to make 7 single crochets into the magic ring. So repeat that work to reach 7 single crochets. Now I have 7 single crochets totally, and I'm going to close the magic ring. So pull this beginning tail to close the hole, and make 1 slip stitch into the first stitch. So insert the hook under these 2 loops where we placed the marker, and grab the yarn, pull it through, and then pull that through this loop to create 1 slip stitch. Round 1 is finished. Start round 2 with making 1 chain. In this round we're going to work 7 increase. So we should work 2 single crochets into each of 7 stitches of round 1. For the beginning, insert the hook under these 2 loops of the beginning stitch here, and go at top of the working yarn and pull it through to have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and mark that. Again, go to the same stitch under the same 2 loops and work another single crochet into the same stitch. We have 1 increase into the first stitch. Now repeat that work for the next stitch. Insert the hook under 2 loops of the stitch and pull the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, go to the same stitch under 2 loops and pull the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time. Make 1 increase into the next stitch. So insert the hook under 2 loops, go on top of the working yarn and pull it through to have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, go to the same stitch, pull it, and now yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. And we're going to repeat this work for other stitches. Make 2 single crochets into each of them. Now we have 14 stitches totally. Skip this slip stitch and chain 1 after that, and go under these 2 loops of the beginning stitch and remove the marker, and grab the yarn, pull it through, and pull that through this loop on the hook to create 1 slip stitch, and round 2 is finished. Start round 3 again with 1 chain and make 1 single crochet into the first stitch, the joining stitch under these 2 loops, and mark that, and then make 1 increase into the next stitch. Move on to the next stitch under 2 loops of that and work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Repeat the work. 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 2 single crochets into the next. One more time. Move on to the next stitch, work 1 single crochet only, move on to the next and work 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2, and continue this work to reach the end of round 3. Now we have 21 stitches totally. Again, skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and make 1 slip stitch under 2 loops of the first stitch. Remove the marker and grab the yarn, pull it through and pull that through this loop on the hook. Round 3 is finished. Start round 4 with making 1 chain and then make 1 single crochet only into the first stitch under 2 loops of this joining stitch and mark that. Then work 1 increase into the next stitch. So move on to the next stitch and work 2 single crochets here, 1 again into the same stitch, 2. After that, make 1 single crochet into each of next 2 stitches, 1 into the next and 1 into the next. Again, make 1 increase into the next, 1 and 2. 1 single crochet into each of next 2 stitches, 1 into the next and 1 into the next, and continue this work. 1 increase, 2 single crochets, 1 increase, 2 single crochets. Continue to reach the end of round 4. Now we have 2 stitches left. Make 1 increase into the first stitch and 1 single crochet only into the last stitch. And now we have 28 stitches totally. Skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and go under these 2 loops of the beginning stitch, remove the marker and make 1 slip stitch. Pull the yarn through and pull that through this loop. And round 4 is finished. Start round 5 with making 1 chain and after that make 1 single crochet into the first stitch under 2 loops of the joining stitch, mark that, and 1 single crochet into each of next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And after these 3 single crochets, make 1 increase into the next, 1 and 2. And repeat this sequence, 1 into each of next 3 stitches and 1 increase into the next, 1 and 2. Continue until the end. Now we have 35 stitches. Skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and make 1 slip stitch under 2 loops of the beginning stitch. Grab the yarn, pull it through and pull through this loop. Round 5 is finished. Start round 6 with making 1 chain and 1 single crochet into the first stitch, into the same joining stitch. Mark that. Then make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And after that, make 1 increase into the next. Move on to the next and work 2 single crochets here. 1 and 2. Then work 1 single crochet into each of next 4 stitches. 1 into the next, 1 into the next stitch, 1 into the next, and 1 into the next stitch. Repeat this sequence, 1 increase into the next stitch, and 1 single crochet into each of next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will repeat this work, 1 increase and 4 single crochets until the end. At the end, we have 3 stitches left. Make 1 increase into the next, and 1 single crochet only into each of last 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Then skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and go under these 2 loops, remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch. Round 6 is finished and we have 42 stitches totally. Start round 7 with working 1 chain and 1 single crochet into the same stitch under 2 loops of the joining stitch, and mark that. Then work 1 single crochet into each of next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have 5 single crochets. Then work 1 increase into the next. 1 and 2, and repeat this work. Work 5 single crochets and then 1 increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then work 2 single crochets into the next stitch. 1 and 2. And continue this sequence, 5 single crochets and 1 increase until the end. At the end, we have 49 stitches. Skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and work 1 slip stitch under these 2 loops of marked stitch, and round 7 is finished. Start round 8 with working 1 chain, 1 single crochet into the same stitch, the joining stitch, mark that, then work 1 single crochet into each of next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And after that, make 1 increase into the next. 1 and 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Then work 1 single crochet into each of next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the sequence 1 increase and 6 stitches should be continued to the end. Make 1 increase, 6 single crochets, 1 increase, 6 single crochets until the end. At the end we have 4 stitches left. Make 1 increase into the next stitch and then work 1 single crochet into each of next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and work 1 slip stitch under this marked stitch. Round 8 is finished and we have 56 stitches totally. From now on, we don't need to increase the number of stitches in each round, and we're going to make the same 56 stitches in the next round. So start round 9 with making 1 chain and work 1 single crochet under 2 loops of the beginning stitch and mark that. And then work 1 single crochet under 2 loops of next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, and without making any increase, make 1 single crochet into each stitch of round 8. Continue working single crochets until you reach the end. At the end, we have the same 56 stitches. Skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and work 1 slip stitch under these 2 loops. Remove the marker, and round 9 is finished. Start round 10 with working 1 chain, 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Mark that, and then we're going to repeat round 9. In this round also we make 1 single crochet at top of each stitch of previous round. So move on to the next stitch and work 1 single crochet only. 1 single crochet into the next, 1 into the next, and continue making 1 single crochet at top of each of stitches of previous round. At the end, make 1 slip stitch under these 2 loops, so skip this slip stitch and chain 1 and insert a hook under 2 loops of the marked stitch and work 1 slip stitch, and round 10 is finished, and we're going to fasten off. So make a chain and cut the yarn, and then pull the tail and tighten that. Now we're going to start the ears of the cat. Start with making the magic ring. Place the yarn on these 2 fingers and hold that with my thumb and wrap the yarn around 2 fingers and pass it over the first thread so that it forms an X in the front, and go to the behind of the fingers again and hold the working yarn between my fingers. Turn the hand to the back and insert the hook under the first loop, grab the second one, pull it through, and I'm going to twist my hook and make a chain with the working yarn. So bring our hook under this yarn and pull it through this loop on the hook, and remove my fingers from the magic ring and hold the magic ring between my thumb and middle finger. And here is our magic ring. Start with working 6 single crochets into the magic ring. So insert the hook into the magic ring, go at top of the working yarn, grab it and pull it through to have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and mark this stitch. Place the marker under these 2 loops at top of the stitch, and again go to the magic ring and work next single crochet. Repeat that work. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to close the magic ring. So grab this beginning tail and pull it through, and round 1 is finished. Now start round 2 without making slip stitch. Go to the beginning stitch of round 1 under 2 loops of the marked stitch, remove the marker and work 1 single crochet only into that and mark that. Then move on to the next stitch and work 2 single crochets or an increase into the next. So move on to the next stitch and pull a loop from that, 1, again go to the same stitch, pull a loop from that, and 2. Repeat the work. 1 single crochet only into the next stitch, 2 single crochets into the next, 1 and 2. One more time, 1 single crochet into the next, and 2 single crochets into the last stitch, 1 and 2. Now round 2 is finished and we have 9 stitches totally. Start round 3 with working 1 single crochet into the first stitch. So without making slip stitch, insert the hook into this stitch, the beginning stitch of round 2, and start round 3 from here with working 1 single crochet and mark this stitch. Then work 1 single crochet into each of next 8 stitches. In this round, round 3, we don't need to make any increase, so make 1 single crochet into each stitch of round 2. Push the central magic ring to curl up. Round 3 is finished and we have the same 9 stitches of round 2. Start round 4 with working 1 single crochet under these 2 loops of the beginning stitch without making any slip stitch. Start round 4. Again, 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then work 2 single crochets into the next, 1 and 2. Repeat this work, 1 into the next, 1 into the next, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch, 1 and 2. One more time, 1 into the next, 1 into the next, and 2 into the last stitch. Round 4 is finished and now we have 12 stitches. Start round 5 with working 1 single crochet at top of the beginning stitch and mark that. Then work 1 single crochet into each of next 2 stitches. 1, 2. Now after making these 3 single crochets, work 1 increase into the next. So make 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Repeat that work. 1 into the next, 1 into the next, 1 into the next, and 1 increase into the next. And repeat this sequence, 3 single crochets and 1 increase, one more time. We have 15 stitches at the end of round 5. Make 1 slip stitch at top of the beginning stitch, and then I'm going to fasten off. Make a chain and cut the tail, leaving a long tail for sewing. Pull that and tighten that. And here is the first ear of the cat, and we need another one such as this one. Now we're going to start making the tail. So make a magic ring as the same way. Place the yarn on these 2 fingers and hold that with my thumb. Wrap the yarn around them to form an X in the front and hold the yarn between these 2 fingers. Turn my hand to the back, insert the hook under the first loop, grab the second one, pull it through and twist the hook and make 1 chain with the working yarn and remove the fingers from the magic ring and start round 1 with working 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then pull this tail to close the magic ring. And round 1 is finished. Start round 2 from the beginning stitch of round 1. So without making slip stitch, go under 2 loops of the first stitch here. Work 1 single crochet into that, and then mark that, and then work 1 single crochet into each of next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have the same 6 stitches at the end of round 2. Push the center of magic ring to curl up, and now start round 3 from the beginning stitch again without making slip stitch. Go under 2 loops of the beginning stitch and work 1 single crochet here and mark that, and repeat round 2. In this round also we work 6 single crochets, so without making any increase, make 1 single crochet into each stitch of round 2. We're at the end of round 3 and we have the same 6 stitches at the end of this round, and then we're going to repeat this work, making 1 single crochet into each stitch several more times to reach the end of round 11. Actually, we should repeat round 2 and in each round make 1 single crochet into each stitch of previous round, and at the end of each round we should have the same 6 stitches and continue making these rounds to reach round 11. At the end, I'm going to work 1 slip stitch into the first stitch of round 11 and cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for sewing fast enough. Pull this tail and tighten that, and now we will insert fillings into the tail. Now we will assemble all of pieces. After that, we will attach the other ear and then attach the tail to the opposite side of the coaster. And now here is our beautiful crochet cat coaster. I hope you like that and make it and enjoy. Have a nice day.